Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, snowman monsters and cyber monsters. And welcome to Gustav Making Stuff. Tonight, we are going to build the new hand from Evil Dead, or Ash vs. Evil Dead, because it's fun. And you see, we will start here with this leather glove. I have actually a left-right glove here. I will put this tube over here. It is a right hand due to Bruce Campbell is left-handed, so that will be practical for him. However, now we're gonna take two of these copper strips here. It's called like tube clamps, but they're using a metal one, but I don't have one. And if you are new to this channel, the point is that sometimes I do make stuff that is very easily accessible. Well, I live in the middle of nowhere, and also it's just kind of guidelines, so I do use what I have to not go and buy a bunch of stuff. So, well, use this as a guideline. Anyway, so now we're gonna cut this out of a flattened roof, steel roof here. You can take any other sheets of metal or plastic sheet if you want to, but I do have this, so let's use it. It was some leftovers from when I made the armor earlier this year. However, you see that we're going to bend it with the little tweezer there, and now we're going to drill a hole there, and it's a bit difficult to do it, so to take it and hold it like that, and now we're going to take another hole and drill it again. Why, you might answer? Well, because we are going to attach this thing with this device here, some kind of rivets, more than rivets, because old rivets was a pain to make. Anyway, so now you see we're making two of this, and the other one is going to be for the special thumb part, which I will touch upon a little bit later. So you see that now we have done a little bit of specialized thing there, and now we're going to drill with this cone drill. I think they are named cone drill, whatever. Anyway, very, very good. And where we're going to drill the holes for where the wires for his arm is going to make, because he has a amputated arm in the show, and also in the third movie actually built it in the medieval age, which is kind of impressive. Anyway, so now we're going to take this file here, because we're going to make lots of sharp edges, so please file away as good as you can. And now we're also going to make the little plate that is on the forearm, you see there. And now we are going to make a little template here, because we are going to have to make the very weird part, which usually is something out of the hardware store, which looks like Matzo, the pieces that are on his new arm here. So, but I don't really know what it is, so we're going to make it out of foam. And you see I have slightly bent the part there. And now we're going to cut it in a very steep angle there. I'm just eyeballing this. I do not have a specified angle, so we are just trying to make it look like this. This, for you who wonder, is not a super accurate replica. It's just what it could be. I could make a super accurate replica, because there's lots of hardware store stuff that you just can go out and buy. But still, I'm working out of what I have, because I have too much fucking stuff. So you see, we are going to cut this little angle thing going on, this kind of hexagon things, and also a little bit of angle there. And be sure to have a very sharp knife here. You can have a sharpening stone to keep your box cutter very sharp. So you see, we are just starting to get the proper shape here. There is not very much good pictures from what I couldn't find on the internet, because I do not have the season 1 on Blu-ray or anything, so I can not check that out at this point. But you see, now also this is a part that you actually can go and buy, but I don't have one, so I just made one here. And it's the kind of usually on you know, use them to attach things like that. You see, it will. We have the little. I actually put a rivet, unused rivet, as a holder. You can also use a clam for your clothing clams, I think they call it. Anyway, this is a part from oh, god damn it, I don't know the word for it. You use them on your windows. Anyway, now you see, it's just gonna be like that. You can also bend a little bit of plastic around this, so it will look like that. And you see now that this part can absolutely be bought in a hardware store. And now we're going to take a little bit of tube and make a little slightly, not hole right through, but you see you have there. And then we're going to push in a Powerade cap on it. And now, this part, I had some of this, but they are basically these things for drilling in concrete walls. And they look kind of like that, so they are kind of easy. That's the part of it. And now we have this little knob there on the side that will be matching. But due to I don't have this concrete little plastic things, I will now cut off this silicone cock thing funnel and glue on this piece of plastic that is hexagonic. We can also take a little bit of actual bolts to do that. But we are going to take a zip tie and put it on the side there. And now we're going to take the hole puncher and push through the little special bolts that they are there. And they are actually going to serve the purpose of actually attach this to the arm. And now we're going to take a little bit of scrap foam. You can use whatever you want, and just to make this a little bit spaced up. I don't know if it actually is like this in the show, but it will give it a bit of distance, and also it will be easier for actually bolting stuff in without having them to scratch into your arm. So you see, we are going to make a little hole, and we're going to push them through and put a bolt on the other side and make sure that they actually fits. So that's why I had to cut this here, because it's kind of boring to see me for such things. Anyway, now we're going to take the motorcycle. They usually have like bike chain. By the way, you cut holes in the front there, and also you take an angle grinder to cut this, so they will be like that. Now it's a little bit of space there, but I'm thinking about having it like that. But you see, we will do this with all the fingers there. And now it will be a little bit of unlogical jump here in the production, but bear with me, because you see, now we are going to make the knuckles things, which I usually made out of metal, but they were just sharpened. It didn't really work. So now we're taking this spray can lid, which are incredibly useful for everything when you're making DIY stuff. And you are going to cut them like that, and make them, separate them into two parts like that, and use them as knuckles. You see there, and he actually has two of these, so I don't have three. Now there is a little bit of jumping here, because we're going to take this little plastic part there with a little ledge and actually make the little things that make the wires go through, so he can pull on it. And we are going to take this little steel wire, which you can buy in a hardware store for most stuff, or you can use these things that are used for when you are having your bicycle brakes thing. But I don't have much of that, and also this will not be functional, and also not a super accurate thing. Anyway, let's paint on the red paint and make the imitation of metal part over there, because they were possibly made out of metal in the show. Even though it has a very weird paint job, because it looks like kind of like they faked plastic or something when you just took metal like I did here. But whatever, they made it. I am not in charge of the production of props on that show, so I will shut up and they will do their job. Anyway, so you see, we contained metal and we have it black there, and now we are going to punch a little hole and put this through this little it's a very special long spring here. It's used for key chains. You have it on your keys. Anyway, it can be bought on like a dollar store or something like that, or something similar. We don't have dollar store. We have dollar store in Sweden, but I don't think it's that same kind of dollar store they have in the United States. Whatever. So you see, we're going to file away the paint to expose the metal, because that is a very easy thing when you have made it out of metal. Yeah, sorry about it. It isn't really properly in picture here, but you do see what I'm doing here. Now we are going to take an old belt and put it around the metal part and fix that in place. And now we are going to put on the screws here, because this is just going to be held up by a belt like this. You can also glue this, but you know, if you ever have to disassemble this can be completely disassembled. And now we are going to attach this to the little thing, and with the wires there, and the wires just glued into the foam on the underneath side, and it holds pretty well. Now you see So now a little bit of ending wording here on this fantastic glove here, which is, well, not really finished due to this thing that should go from there to the thumb. I don't have that part, so I have to go and buy it, but that's basically a very, very easy joint that you can use for like car parts or things like that. Maybe we'll do a number 2 on this, and then we'll also have some electrical wires thing going on. It might be a little bit more dirty and so on. But you also see I didn't paint this copper thing here. But basically this is how you will probably do it. If you find the more proper parts, go ahead. But this was a very good guidelines. I hope this helps. And thank you for watching, and I hope Season 2 of Evil Dead will be very good. Because I haven't watched it. See you next time. Bye.